નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Hello students, welcome to fifth part of chapter 8 Winds, Storms and Cyclones of Standard 7 Science. In the last part, we discussed about one of the activity and tried to understand that air expands on heating. There is one more activity is there, that is activity 5, through which we will try to understand, or the aim of the activity is what? To show that warm air is lighter than cold air. The warm air is lighter than cold air. That is what we will try to understand through this activity. For that, first of all, you come to page number 84 in your textbook. Open page number 84. Activity 6. Let's see. Take 2 paper bags or empty paper cups of the same size. Hang the 2 bags in inverted position. Hang the 2 bags in the inverted position on the 2 ends of a metal or wooden stick. आपको क्या करना है? Take 2 bags of same size or 2 paper cups of same size. Then you have to hang it inverted on the 2 ends of the stick. Tie a piece of thread in the middle of the stick. Tie a piece of thread in the middle of the stick. Hold the stick by the thread as figure 8.7. Now look into the figure 8.7. See, you can see 2 inverted bags are there. We tie up at the end of the stick. In the middle, we tie a piece of the thread. Now you have to hold this with this thread. Hold the thread and balance this. Okay. Now put a burning candle below one of the bags as shown in figure. Now put a burning candle below one of the bag as you can see in the figure also. Observe what happens. Why is the balance of the bags disturbed? Why is the balance of, you can see here. See here you can see the balance of the bag get disturbed. Can you see that? Now let's see the observation. Through this we can see the observation. The balance of the stick gets disturbed because the bag below which the burning candle is placed rises up. अब उसका बैलेंस क्यों डिस्टर्ब हुआ? Why? Because the bag below which the burning candle is placed rises up. कौन सी वाली bag rise हुई? Below which we put the burning candle. Okay. Now, can you explain? Now, does the activity indicate that warm air rises up? Let's see the conclusion first. Conclusion. As air inside the bag above the candle gets heated. एक बैग के नीचे हमने वो कैंडल रखी थी, बर्निंग कैंडल, तो वो जो because of that burning candle, what will happen? The air inside the bag will get heated, isn't it? That is why as air inside the bag above the candle gets heated, it rises. जो एयर है वो उसको हीट मिली, so that warm air get rises. This activity shows that warm air is lighter than cold air. That warm air is lighter than cold air. Okay. Now let's see in the textbook. With this activity, can you now explain why smoke always rises up? Why smoke always rises up. Okay. Also, it is important to remember that on heating, the air expands and occupies more space. See, अगली एक्टिविटी में हमने बलून से सीखा था कि when the air gets hit, that at that time the balloon get inflated. Why? Because air get expanded because of the heat, isn't it? And the balloon inflated. That means what? When air expands, it requires more space, है ना? Occupies more space. When the same thing occupies more space, it becomes lighter. दूसरी बात, when the same thing occupies more space, becomes lighter. मतलब के when air को heat मिलती है ना, तो वो expand होता है. अब वो expand होता है, तो वो it becomes lighter. Through this activity we come to know that when warm air, मतलब on getting heat, air expands, लेकिन वो expand हुआ तो warm air है तो वो lighter भी हुआ तो ऊपर चढ़ा, ठीक है? It becomes lighter. The warm air is therefore lighter than the cold air. Remember well. The warm air is therefore lighter than cold air. That is the reason that the smoke goes up. That is the reason the smoke goes up. In nature, there are several situations where warm air rises at a place. In nature also you can see that several situations are occurs where the warm air rises at a place. The air pressure at that place is lowered. अब वो जो warm air है gets rises, तो वहां पर जो प्रेशर है, एयर प्रेशर, वो कम हो जाता है. The air pressure at that place is lowered. The cold air from the surroundings area rushes in to fill its place. वहां पे प्रेशर कम हो गया तो क्या होगा? From the cold area, वहां की जो एयर है will rushes to fill that place. This set up convection in air. This sets up convection in air, as you learned in chapter 4. So with this we come to know that air expands on heating, and where the air gets expand, pressure will get decreased at that place. That's what we come to know through this activity. Now we will try to understand wind current, and wind currents are generated due to uneven heating on the earth. The next topic will be the same. Let's try to understand that topic. Now, winds currents are generated due to uneven heating on the earth. And winds, the first one we are trying to understand, we will understand that uneven heating between the equator and the poles. Let's try to understand uneven heating between the equator and between the poles. Actually, we discussed this in the last chapter in the topic tropical rainforest. You must be remember that. So let's try to understand on the page number 84. You might have learned in geography that regions close to the equator get maximum heat from the sun. See, let me draw the earth. Suppose this is the earth. This is just to make you understand. Suppose this is the equator. This is the equator. So the regions near the equator gets more heat from the sun. that you know very well. The air in this region gets warm. The air in this region gets warm. अब जब एयर वार्म होती है, गर्म होती है, तो क्या होता है? The warm air rises and the cooler air from the region in the 0 to 30 degree latitude belt on either side of the equators move in. Now let's see the 0 to 30. Suppose this is 0, this is 0, this is 30 on both the side, on either side means on both the side. तो देखो here this the warm or the heat will be more, so in this region the air will get more warm, so it will rises up. That is why the here at this 30 belt, okay, this air is more cooler than this, so this air will come to take place of this place. Okay, you can see in your textbook also. Let me write. See, regions in the 0 to 30 degree latitude belt on either side of the equator moves in. These winds blow from the north and south towards. These winds blow from the north and south towards the equator. At the poles. Now, एक बात पूरी हुई. Now let's discuss about the poles. So at the poles, the air is colder than that at latitude about 60 degrees. Now let's see. Suppose this is latitude about 60 degree, and here there is a pole. We can see here. See, this is once again 60 degree, and here we can see there is a pole. So this is North Pole, and this is South Pole. That you know very well. So let's try to understand once again. At the poles, the air is colder than that at latitude about 60 degree. तो यहाँ की जो एयर है वो ज्यादा कूल होगी कंपेयर टू latitude at 60 degree. Okay. The warm air at this latitude rises up. अब यहाँ की जो warm air है, will get rises up. Okay. Air at this latitude rises up, and the cold wind from the polar regions rushes in, and the cold air from the polar regions rushes in to take place. In this way, wind circulation is set up from poles to the warmer latitude. यहाँ की जो एयर है वो ज्यादा वार्म होगी. ओके, तो क्या होगा? See, now this is the belt of 60 degree. Okay, this is, so यहाँ की जो एयर है, that air will get warm, वो rises up, and this air will come here to get the place of that warmer air. Okay. As shown, you can see this in your figure in your textbook also. The winds would have flown in the north-south direction, from north to south or from south to north. A change in direction is, however, caused by the rotation of Earth. So this is what we discussed about. Okay. And with this, we are ending this part, and we'll meet you in the next part. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Take care of yourselves, and we'll meet you in the next session. Thank you.